Good morning, guys. So today is Saturday. It is November 2nd. It is like 10:43 in the morning, and I am on my way to the gym slash doing Grubhub. I'm on my way to the gym, but I turned on my Grubhub, so if I get one, I'll do it. And I just thought I would do an update about weight loss and surgery and all that stuff. I know I've vlogged a little bit in between the last time I uploaded, but I don't think I've really talked about an update on the surgery and all that. So, yeah, last time I vlogged, because I just watched the end of it so I could know like where I was at. Last time I vlogged, it was when I went to the gym with my friend, and I was saying how the next day was my 6-week post-op appointment. So I kind of wanted to just talk to you guys about that, let you know like how that went and everything. I'd like to share my experiences, what I went through, how I'm feeling, because I feel like a lot of people aren't like real about everything, and I want to be real and honest. So I don't know, this is like crazy. I don't even like saying all this because it's crazy coming out of my mouth, because I'm such like, I've always been like such a foodie and such a, you know, love to eat, blah blah blah. But let me rewind and explain a little bit. So before my 6-week appointment, me and Star kind of like, I don't want to say getting into it because we weren't like fighting, but she was just kind of saying like, babe, I don't think you're eating enough, like I think you're like losing weight too quick and all this stuff. And I was just like, girl, you're crazy. I'm still so fat, like I couldn't lose weight quick enough in my mind, you know. And some days I felt like I was eating like way more than I was supposed to. But then I'm not gonna lie, there are some days that I felt like I really wasn't eating that much. And Sarah would always ask me like, are you full? Are you full? And I was like, no, like I've never felt full. This was up until then. At that point I was like, no, I never like felt full. But I was so scared of pushing myself and eating too much or getting too sick. And mainly, I think it was like in my head, I was scared to mess up. You know what I mean? Like I just had this huge surgery. I didn't want to mess up. I didn't want to eat too much and all that. So I went to my 6-week post-op appointment, and the nurse obviously was in there first. And she's the one that's like the bariatric nurse, and she does like the support groups and all that stuff. So she was asking me like how much I was eating, what all I was eating, and then she was like, do you get full? And I was like, no, I haven't got full one time. And she looked at me and she was like, that's because you're not eating enough. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, you're not eating enough, like, and you're not getting full, like that's saying like you're not eating enough. And she was like, I'm not saying to eat when you're not hungry, blah, 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 but I just don't think that you're eating enough. And I was like, this is so crazy, like how it's like messing with me. And she was trying to explain like how everyone's different. And she said that with the sleeve surgery, in general, like on average, most patients, this is just like a study thing, whatever, most patients, when they have the sleeve, because the sleeve isn't as, what do you say, extensive, invasive as like bypass. She said in the first year, most patients lose an excess amount, how do I say it? In the first year, most patients lose 50% of their excess weight. Now that's not 50% of their weight. That's not it. 50% of their excess weight. And she said, this is your 6-week post-op appointment, and you've lost 25% of your excess weight. And I was like, okay, that sounds crazy, but I'm still big as hell. And she was like, you were really big when you started. She's like, you've lost like 80 some pounds total, and it's your 6th week, you know. And then 80 some pounds total isn't 80 some pounds since surgery. I mean, like, total from my highest. Sorry. And I was kind of telling her how, like, it's been really hard, but it hasn't been as hard as I thought it would. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not hard. And she was saying that I had to lose weight to have surgery. She said a lot of patients don't because their BMI is under. And she was like, you had to lose weight before you even had the surgery, before your stomach was even shrunk. So you had a horrible time, which it was clear. I let it known to her, to everyone in the support groups, everyone, how hard it was for me to lose that weight before surgery. She was like, you had such a hard time doing it before surgery, and you know, like, you struggled so much before that now that it's after and you've had the surgery, it's probably not as hard to you now because you went through all that. And I was like, okay, you got a point. Like, everything was making more sense at this point because I'd been struggling with it mentally. So the doctor came in and he said the same thing. And then he told me, I said, well, I see all these posts, like Facebook posts and all these groups of all these people always saying like, oh, I take 3 bites of food and I'm so full. And I was like, I take 3 bites of food and I'm not so full, so I feel like I don't want to overdo it. And he was like, look, he explained it to me like this, and it really like sucked. He said, you were at a very high weight when you started and a very high weight when you had surgery. He said, so I'm not saying this is the amount, but let's say, this is what he was saying, let's say I remove 70% of every patient's stomach. He said, so if your stomach is this big and I remove 70%, let's say it's still this big. And he said, if somebody comes in to have surgery that's 250 pounds, which is way more than I was, and their stomach, I'm trying to show you, but I'm going around a curve. Sorry. So anyways, if their stomach was, you know, this big and they had 70% removed, then their stomach's going to be this big. He was like, so it's completely different. He's like, your stomach is still a lot bigger with the percentage being removed as someone that started at such a lower rate. He was like, if you had $100 and something was 70% off, it'd only be $30. But if it was $1,000 and it was 70% off, it'd still be $300. He was like, so you just can't go by that. And it literally clicked in my head. And I literally was like, okay, I kind of get it, you know, because I just feel like mentally having a hard time. And when you're always like the one that's always hungry and always wants to eat and like doesn't give a shit like how big they are and this and that, and then your mind like totally switches, it kind of messes with you. And I never realized that it would do that before, but it does. So yeah. So I did get on the scale today, and so far, since my highest weight, I have lost, I'm trying to think, it's like 92 pounds or something. And then since surgery, I've lost like 54. I'm not like exactly sure, but you know, something like that. So I'm definitely happy with it. I just think it's hard because I look in the mirror and I still feel like super fat, but when I say out loud I've lost 90 something pounds, it's crazy to me. And I don't notice it except for like I'll like try on clothes that used to not fit before and now they totally fit, and I'm like, you know, it's super exciting. But yeah, it is emotionally hard, mentally hard. You do go through a lot of emotions, and you know, I do not know why there's like literally cops on every corner. I'm pretty confused about this. But anyways, You know, I've been trying to walk or work out or whatever. I haven't in a couple of days, and I feel like I felt worse, you know, and I was like more tired, and I don't know. So I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym that we actually have a membership with, and I haven't been here in months. So I always get so nervous to go to the gym. I hate working out in front of people. But yeah, that is basically the update. I will tell you, I have been like wanting to shop like crazy just to see like what I can wear, what I can't, and all that stuff. And then Bernadette got me my birthday present, and it came in the mail yesterday, and it's like this huge ass bag from Forever 21, which I don't know if I can wear them yet, but hopefully eventually I can. And I've never worn anything from Forever 21, so I'm so excited. But I'm trying to wait until my actual birthday to open it, and then I'm gonna do like if it almost fits, I'm gonna do like a try on. So as far as eating, I feel like I've done okay. I have ate some stuff I'm not supposed to. I feel like when people have surgery, they never want to admit that or anything, but I have. Like, I went out to eat with the girls, and I had like boneless chicken wings, which is fine, I can have, but the girls had fries, and I did have like 3 bites of a fry, which I totally shouldn't. I've had like 2 bites of a croissant. I had a miniature candy bar. So all of you that are watching and are like, oh my god, like you can't do that, you shouldn't. I know, you don't need to leave comments. I know I shouldn't, but I want to be real for everyone out there watching. I did eat a miniature candy bar, and it was an Almond Joy, and it was amazing. So anyways, I'm almost at the gym. I feel like this is like super long already. I was gonna put it with the other vlog, but since it's already 12 minutes, I'll just upload it separate. If any of you guys have any questions, comments going through this, want advice, whatever, seriously, just leave a comment, send me a message. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. And I love you guys.